A bull moose that fell through lake ice in the Adirondack Mountains was saved by New York conservation officials in a laborious cold water rescue. According to Associated Press, the moose fell through the ice around 11 a.m. Thursday, about 200 feet from shore on Lake Abanakee, the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation announced in a statement Friday. The lake is near the town of Indian Lake, about 60 miles south of Lake Placid and west of the Vermont border. There's not training manual for getting moose out of the ice, said Environmental Conservation Police Officer, Lieutenant Robert Higgins, in a video statement recounting the event. Higgins was dispatched to the lake thanks to a passerby who saw the moose break through the ice and called it in. Higgins asked for backup, and was quickly joined by a pair of forest rangers. Moose can die from hypothermia, and they can't easily climb onto ice once they have fallen through into water. Ice rescues are dangerous because rescuers can also fall through. We were able to use our ice rescue training to safely get out there, said Forest Ranger Evan Naher, in the video statement. First they put on dry suits, so they would float and stay warm if they ended up in the water. Then they used a long metal spud bar to test the thickness of the ice, which varied from about 1 to 4 inches. They brought safety ropes so that if one fell in, the others could pull them out. They navigated a path across the lake, following the thickest path to the moose without breaking through, and knelt on sleds to distribute their weight. The giant moose quickly crawled onto the ice, but the cold and constant treading water the ordeal lasted around 2 hours had taken its toll. After 15 minutes, it found its footing and got up. Then it walked off into the woods.
We had a call from our dispatch at around 11:15 or so yesterday morning, and they said there was a report of a moose going through Lake Abanakee up in the town of Indian Lake. So we said we'd be responding. We said, send some other resources if possible, the forest rangers and airboat possibly to help, because it sounds like that might be needed. I guess there's no training manual for getting moose out of the ice. But so I met with Ranger Nahor showed up, and we came up with a game plan. Myself, Officer Brassard, and Ranger Nahor there, we came up with a game plan to say, hey, let's see if we can start cutting the channel, see if we can get this moose out of there. So we also hoped, the airboat was on its way, but it's going to take a little while to get the airboat there. So
we had the airboat coming, but it wasn't going to be that available that quickly. So the only thing we could do really was start cutting the channel and hopefully make something happen with it. We were able to use our ice rescue training to safely get out there and check. We used a spud bar to go out and figure out the correct path where we could be on safe ice while using the chainsaw to cut a path. And Ranger Savory called me and had the good idea to bring some jet sleds, and we were able to work out of those. So yeah, that really helped for when we got actually out to the moose.
We were able to get around behind the hole that the moose had fallen through, and we tried poking it with a couple different things, but it didn't seem afraid of them. So finally we pushed the jet sleds that we had up close to it, and for whatever reason it was scared of those. So once we got behind it, we were able to direct it to the path, and it actually swam out pretty quick to shore.
Video released by a federal agency shows how a humpback whale was freed from an entanglement with fishing gear. According to Associated Press, the adult whale was spotted swimming off the Maui coast on January 9. Staff from the NOAA Hawaiian Islands Humpback Whale National Marine Sanctuary deployed and found the whale. Using an extender, the video shows staffers on a boat shadowing the whale cutting fishing line wrapped around the whale. The team wasn't able to cut a wrap around one of the flippers, something they called potentially life-threatening. Entanglements with fishing gear, such as mooring lines, pots and nets, are a constant hazard to whales. Evidence suggests most humpback whales experience entanglement at some point but often can free themselves, the agency said. The number of whales that die after they become entangled is unclear. Off this part of Hawaii, sanctuary staff have counted 8 whales with entanglements since mid-December. The team determined the fishing gear the whale was entangled with came from its feeding grounds in Alaska.
Yep.
Forward.
Okay, slow. Yep. Go reverse.
Nice.
Yes!
Woo! All right, reverse. Okay, that's gotta be a cut.
Yes! You were on it, Ed. I saw you.
Okay, that's gotta be a cut.
You were on it, Ed. I saw you.
Yep.
SpaceX launched its Starship rocket on its latest test flight Thursday, but the spacecraft was destroyed following a thrilling booster catchback at the pad. Elon Musk's company said Starship broke apart what it called a rapid unscheduled disassembly. The spacecraft's 6 engines appeared to shut down one by one during ascent, with contact lost just 8.5 minutes into the flight. A group of people visiting the Turks and Caicos Islands captured footage of the rocket ship's debris flying overhead, as the wreckage left behind a colorful stream of smoke. According to Associated Press, the spacecraft, a new and upgraded model making its debut, was supposed to soar across the Gulf of Mexico from Texas on a near loop around the world similar to previous test flights. The 400-foot rocket had thundered away in late afternoon from Boca Chica Beach near the Mexican border. But the shiny retro-looking spacecraft never got nearly that far.
Wow, talk about it going right over us, right?
Oh my God.
That's so sick. One in a million. Oh my God, how cool is this? Did you see? Like, what is this even? Oh my goodness, it doesn't feel. Wow.
This is not right. Something happened. This exploded. This thing has exploded. No, I don't think so. Yeah, oh, absolutely. No. No one was in it, right? No.
Oh, thank God. Oh my goodness, look at those colors. There they go, look. Yeah, Abe, look at the chocolate stuff. Look. Wow. Talk about being at the right place. This is like a 1 in a million spot.